r/AskReddit, what brand is actively watering down their quality? Panera. Just what the world needs. A thimbleful of soup for $12. I just went for the first time recently and was so shocked that this place is supposedly popular. $20 for a mediocre turkey BLT and a soft drink. 2x what my local sandwich shop costs and not as good either. I guess the decorations are nicer than in a Subway. Damn, this thread is making me depressed, lol. Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, pretty much all the streaming services. Shittier content, introduction of ads, constant price increases for zero added value. And they're literally swapping the same stuff back and forth as licenses change. Breyer's ice cream was a premium brand when I was younger. A bunch of years ago they changed and are now the crappy brand. Check what you're buying, some of it is still Breyer's ice cream, but a lot of it is now frozen dairy dessert. Yeah, the vanilla literally had only 4 ingredients, milk, cream, sugar and amp, vanilla. Prime just announced they are adding advertising to their movies. Bastards. You have to pay $3/month to get rid of new ads. Kahlua is literally watering down their product, ABV went from 25% to 22% to 18%. If you're Canadian, you'll know, Tim Hortons. What was once a beloved coffee shop brand that offered decent food and coffee has now become a pale imitation of itself. Burger King purchased it, edit, 10 or so years ago, so it's obvious why. A friend recently said that the owner is notorious for getting food down to the bare minimum of what people will accept and finding the profits there. Tim Hortons coffee is so nasty now too. Insanely acidic and causes heartburn if I drink it now. Switch to home brewing Kirkland coffee. So much better. Pop-Tart. WTF happened to their frosting placement? WTF happened to the filling? I bought some after not having them for years and I was like, WTF, where's the filling? By weight they have definitely shrunk as I looked up old packaging. YouTube is rapidly turning into just ads. In the middle of vids too. Had nice winter fireplace videos running for Christmas only to be wrecked by loud ads for skincare every 7 minutes. The day my ad blocker stops working and there isn't a fix anymore is the day I will stop using YouTube. Lululemon, my aligns from 5 years ago are only just pilling a bit, my aligns from 3 months ago started pilling before I even washed them, they also have some loose threads. Yes. I took mine into a store after the same thing happened after 3 months, one pair actually split at the seam. They begrudgingly accepted to replace them under the quality guarantee, but I was effectively gaslit and blamed for causing the damage. Cable TV stations, TBS, TNT, AMC, Sundance, Comedy Central, etc. All running the same shows for hours on end, repeating day after day, running cheap reality TV, with little variety and far less original content than their earlier days. And the commercial loading, off the charts. Utter garbage for maximum price. My Phil used to make his own Kahlua, and I used to laugh at him for it. Now I'm sitting here considering dusting off his recipe. On this note, History Channel and Discovery. I remember when I used to be able to watch specials about various times in history, or cool scientific discoveries, but now everything is some version of a reality TV show. Dr. Martens boots. Most of them are made in China now and even the made in England docs are made with inferior cheap leather and don't even have a shank. They are nothing more than fad fashion now. Solovair used to make the Doc Martens in England, and when Doc Martens moved overseas they continued making boots in the same factory under their own name. Link. The native brand products you can usually find at Target. The body lotion is like straight water and several other people have said that too. According to this thread it seems like almost every single business has gone to shit. FR, I have not seen one repeat and I'm so far down this thread. Doritos. Their sweet chili flavor is starting to become very bland. Pringles has already reached the point where whichever flavor you buy, it's original. I swear Doritos don't have as much seasoning on them now, and fuck it, at $6 a bag, I'm not gonna even bother anymore. Google, the search engine is now the same as AltaVista where you have to scroll past all the sponsored content you are not interested in and YouTube is now showing 3 ads to watch a 20-second clip. I agree, if I want to Google something nowadays I feel like I need to add Wikipedia or Reddit to the search to find anything. It's become such a mess for looking up coding questions too that ChatGPT has almost completely replaced Google for simple things for me. Granted that's getting worse fast too. The advertiser that bought the little sponsored post that tries to look like a comment is probably regretting it in this thread. COVID was the tipping point for all consumer product manufacturers to just lay off their entire QC departments, while simultaneously quintupling prices. Amazon. I've returned probably half of things I've ordered recently and I've been getting a lot of knockoffs. So much crap on Amazon nowadays. 90% is just cheap junk bought in bulk from Alibaba and rebranded with some weird unpronounceable brand name. Nowadays I always search outside of Amazon whenever possible because they often don't have the best pricing anymore, and plenty of other sites offer free shipping. Cadbury. Scroll to the end for this. Used to be creamy and lovely. Now tastes like the shit chocolate you used to get in advent calendars. I never buy it anymore. Here's an interview with BJ Novak on Conan where he uses physical evidence to prove that Cadbury eggs have gotten smaller due to shrinkflation. Link. Thank you Kraft/Mondelez. When it happened in the UK, it seemed everyone knew it was going to happen, especially when they promised it wouldn't. Thinner, smaller and doesn't taste as good. Levi's. Every new pair I bought had a problem. Fun fact. Levi's sells several different quality levels depending on where you buy them. So the pair you buy at Target/Walmart/Nordstrom Rack/TJX will be noticeably lower quality than the pair you buy from the Levi's flagship stores they own and operate. Super frustrating, and you really don't know about it unless you work in cut price retailing. In fact, basically everything you see at a Nordstrom Rack or TJX store is made for them in separate factories with different, cheaper, materials. Literally every fashion brand does this and waters themselves down. Craftsman tools. The drills used to be competitive, now everything has to be Milwaukee, which is triple the price. Why does no one else mention this? It's like everyone collectively is ignoring the ads inside the comments. FFS. Craftsman was bought out by Stanley Black & Amp, Decker. They own, from least professional to most, Black & Amp, Decker, Porter Cable, Craftsman & Amp, DeWalt. TTI, a Hong Kong-based company owned/manufacturers Hart, Ryobi, Rigid Power Tools, manufactured for Rigid to sell at Home Depot only, Milwaukee Tools. Both companies own a lot more brands outside of the power tools space. Each company targets different brands for different level of consumers. Anything candy with chocolate. Chocolate and coffee are going to be, and already are to an extent, goods where supply can't keep up with demand, even with the abhorrent labor practices in the industries. You mean chocolatey confections? So many cannot be called chocolate currently. Subway. Used to make halfway decent sandwiches that were a pretty good deal. Now. Paper-thin meat slices, fillers in the meat, browning gross veggies, 3-day-old stale bread for $12. Hard pass. This is a lesson in how businesses fail. They want to make more money so cheap out on quality. This works short term, but eventually they lose their customers, so they start to cut costs further and lose more customers. Then it becomes a brand you used to know. DiGiorno Pizza went through shrinkflation. I used to buy their crispy pan pepperoni pizza and now I can't find it in stores. What replaced it is Detroit-style pizza that's about 25% smaller. All of them. The enshittification of absolutely everything is upon us. You'll pay more for a shittier product in smaller portions and you will like it. Gestures broadly. ETSE used to have so many good products made by creative and talented people. But more and more I'm seeing shitty t-shirt prints and stuff from Amazon. Not a certain brand, but I think a lot of restaurants have gone downhill. The food just tastes average and rushed, but at the same time the prices are more than ever. Health insurance. Anything that Kohl's sells. I bought a pair of jeans there just 2 months ago and there's already crotch holes somehow, too. Goddamn. Months. IKEA. I have stuff from 10 plus years ago that was alright, and the same item bought recently is trash. There was a gal on TikTok who shared some pages from a catalog a few years back, comparing what is now a $1,500 plus couch. The same exact model was $800. Quality has gone down as inflation costs went up. Whole Foods. Shop there for Christmas dinner and 2 ingredients were rancid when we opened them. Their stock is also abysmal, could hardly find the basics we needed. Whole Foods tanked in quality once Amazon bought them. I lived across from one about a decade ago and liked how their staple foods were comparable to Kroger and other stores for price and quality. Went into one maybe 18 months ago and Amazon definitely ruined that place. It felt chaotic and way more expensive. Nabisco. Their products feel and taste like cardboard now, not to mention that they're 2x smaller than they used to be. Haven't seen soda brands mentioned yet. Coke goes flat extremely quickly and it's become fairly expensive. Off-brand or no-name brand sodas keep their carbonation and taste decent enough for the lowered cost to simply replace Coke soda variety. ETSE has become ridiculously expensive for sellers too. So much product is now mass-produced made in China knockoffs, but those sellers make ETSE money, so the company seems to be embracing it. Land's End and LL Bean. They used to have great gear, coats were solid quality and great for cold winters. I bought a Land's End coat, their warmest ratting gone, I'd be shocked if it kept me warm during breakup. Cheap fabric and awful quality. LL Bean was just as bad. Returned both. Eddie Bauer is still solid. If Eddie Bauer goes to shite, I'll be so disappointed. And they have tall sizes. What does during breakup mean? I miss the long ago ETSE. When it was handmade items. ETSE 10 years ago was amazing. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.